Aloha! Welcome back to another session of Kupuna Smart. Today I will be sharing something very important with you, and this topic will be on the internet safety and how to protect yourself against scams. So before we get started, if you would look to this with me, and below we have the help hotline number. And the help hotline number, if you have any questions or concerns, is 984-3583. Any questions or concerns relating to your Kupuna Smart tablet or the program, you can guide your inquiry to this number, as well as your tablet and your name. And a helpful tech person will assist you as soon as they can. Hours are from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., but they might be revised due to spring break time. So here, let's darken this. So today, getting started, we want to first of all discuss what scams are. So scams are these malicious attempts to steal your information. This could be your personal information, your bank account number, your credit card numbers, or identity theft as well. But don't be alarmed, because you can protect yourself against these attacks by knowing how they're conducted, typically how people will carry them out. Because we're indoors so often during this time, many scammers are trying to gain access to your information, to people around the world, their information while they're surfing the web. So do be aware. So if you would look with me to the tablet, I have it in portrait mode this time. So I will be going to Google Chrome, and my finger is hovering over it. And I have saved my last search. So there's a very helpful tool that explains a lot about how to keep your information safe from scammers. And if you type with me Seniors Guide to Online Safety, and you hit the blue magnifying glass. If you'd go to the site connectsafely.org, they have a very helpful resource that you can save into your tablet and you can utilize whenever you'd like to. So if you'd scroll down, there, right over here, it has download, full guide, quick guide, and slideshow on senior safety. If you'd click on the top option, full guide, it will download to your tablet, and it's opening up in a PDF reader. So if you notice, it's very small and hard to see, but what you can do is you can flip this around so that it's easier to see. Let me see if I can adjust so that the light's not in the way. So here we are, Senior's Guide to Online Safety. Now, as you can see, it might still be a little too small to view the information, but there's this very helpful thing you can do. And with your two fingers, you can zoom in by stretching them out, opposite direction from each other, or you can zoom out by pushing them towards each other. So pull out or push in. And then once you've zoomed enough where you can see the words clearly, you can slide from to your left or to your right. And here we can see all the information that's on here easily without straining our eyes. So I'm going to zoom out really quickly. They have this nice table of contents here. And if you see on page 8, there is a section for avoiding scams. So if we scroll down, there's page numbers here. They're hard to see. 2, 3. And so we're going to go to page 8. This is 4 and 5, 6 and 7, and 8. So here are the common scams that you'll come across on the internet. There is a personal emergency scam, where scammers email or post social media messages that appear to be from someone else that you know. So be aware of these if you're on social media, like Facebook, or even if someone is able to pose as a loved one that's in need of help. Just make sure that you call their actual number or call someone who lives with that person. Find a way to get in touch with them where you know it's actually your loved one communicating with you. So you owe money scam. So backtracking a little bit. So while you're browsing the internet, that you might come across these scams within your email, social media, or also via phone. If you have a phone number, scammers do tend to call your phone, and they'll make it sound very urgent, that you need to give something to them right away. That might be they're offering a service, like if they say something needs to be repaired immediately. If you're looking on a website, you might see something pop up. So anything you owe money, they tell you that you owe them money. There are online dating scams. If you go to dating sites, someone might tell you that they're in need of financial assistance, and of course this might be 1 or 2 weeks after getting to know this supposed person and then this all might just be a ruse. So please do be aware. Use these services, but be aware and never send money over the internet. There is an infected computer scam. If you're browsing the internet, you might see these pop-ups that say your computer is infected. And in fact, if it has a button that says click here, then that is actually what might infect your computer, your tablet with malware. So you can look through this information. I want to jump ahead here. If you scroll down with me by sliding your finger up like that, there are tips on staying safe, what to look for. Again, you can zoom in with your 2 fingers. We will go over some of these later. Now, because we're in a pandemic, the most common kinds of scams that are circulating around are right here: Medicare, Social Security, and IRS scams. There will be people posing as Medicare representatives who say that they have something to give you and it's free, and they just need your Medicare information. Now these people, they're just gonna they're gonna run with your Social Security number, your personal information. You're gonna lose money, time, and there's a lot of stress involved. If you ever get an email or a phone call from these people, emails, don't respond. Phone calls, hang up right away. You don't even need to tell them no, just hang up. So Medicare, Social Security, and the IRS. Now these 3 services, they will never make a phone call to you that you're not expecting. So you know right away that if someone's making a phone call asking you for this information, don't share it, hang up. If you want to get the actual information, you go to these 3 sites: Medicare.gov, SSA.gov, and IRS.gov. All the information you need is here. So on that note, if you go with me and I tap the circle button, go to Google Chrome again, we will look for Medicare.gov. So all of the information that you need that's pertinent to Medicare, if you want to know what Medicare plan you have, if what its status is, you would go here. So need to change plans. Here you can log in or create an account. You can log in with your Medicare number. And then you can see how they're responding to coronavirus. All information is here, all the official information. Now, and if you'd like to apply for Medicare, you can tap on their Apply for Medicare here. This is where you would actually apply for Medicare, ssa.gov/benefits/Medicare. And you can look through this information. If we need to zoom in a little bit to see it better, you can always slide your 2 fingers outwards, and then to zoom out to make it smaller, you push your fingers together. So SSA.gov, we're on that site right now. That's for your social security information. I will just go to the official site. If you need to know anything about your social security status, you'd go here. Their online services, retirement, Medicare enrollment, disability, and all of these are all of these squares you can tap on, and it will bring you to another page. And if you look here, there's a menu. You tap on the menu with your finger to navigate quickly to see what services they have access to. And the last site that is official, irs.gov. If you do owe something to the IRS, they will never communicate with you through email. They'll do it the old school way. They'll send you a physical letter that requesting you about something that you owe, perhaps. So here, get my payment, get your refund status, file your taxes. So all of these are, again, clickable or tappable. Get your tax record. You can tap on that. And then you can scroll through here with your finger. And then it will say what you need to register. This is the official site. So this is protected. You can tell it's protected because it has this secure lock over it. It has a closed lock. And if you're ever wondering, you can also go to this 3 dots and go to the I in the circle. Connection is secure. This HTTPS, the S stands for secure, so you know your site is secure. And really quickly, I do want to direct your attention to a page in the Kupuna Smart Manual. This manual right here, it's very helpful. The Kupuna Smart team put this together. They took a lot of time to make sure that the information is accurate and well researched. So privacy and security matters. Here are risks that you come across on the internet. You can read through those. Oh, here, so you can see it better. So you can read through these. You might come across pop-up ads while you're browsing the internet. And if you look here, then it informs you of how to close those ads. You might look for an X. Sometimes you don't want to close the ad through the X in the pop-up box. Sometimes you'd rather actually close the ad by, I'll show you in just a second. So scams, again, they come in many varieties. So the 3 big ones we tackled. Make sure you go to the official site. You check to make sure that it's official and not someone trying to get your information. So if it's an email being sent out to you, they'll use generic salutations instead of your name. There might be a sense of urgency, like you're going to lose your account, or some kind of repair service. Your computer's at risk, your Android's at risk. Watch for misspelled words or grammars, and never reply to these messages. So let me show you a real-life example of what a scam looks like. And it's funny because while I was preparing this workshop, this is the scam that I was redirected to by someone I know. They thought it was a legitimate opportunity, and it was real nice they sent it out to me, but always do further research. So there was a scam circulating for a while on Maui, masquerading under the Wounded Warrior Project name. But if you look over here, you can see that the website service they use is wixsite.com, and that's a service that anyone can use to make a website, including you and me. So that's already a point of concern. And here, join, the next, the page that this is under has 2 I's, so it's misspelled. So 2 issues right off the bat. You can find other grammatical issues within here, like the commas aren't separated. They might have misspelled some things. And then this is something that is too good to be true. So they're requesting that it's a car app. You'd have this decal on your car. You just contact a decal guy to set you up with it. They claim you'll be compensated with $400 per week, which is essentially a rental payment for letting us use the space. No fees required from you. So that already sounds too good to be true. And most often, if there's an opportunity like that, it might be a scam. So they shall provide a specialist that will handle the advert placed on your car. And what happens is, how they might go about this is they might ask you for, they might give you a check through the mail, and then they might ask you to afterwards pay a portion. You'd cash in this check. It looks official, but it's not. You cash it in. You'd turn it into your bank. It'd be a while before they know that it's a fraudulent check. And the Wounded Warrior Project guys would then tell you to wire a certain amount of money to the decal guy, and before you see him. So you would wire the money is gone forever. The bank finds out that the check is fraudulent, and you're missing that much from your bank account. So these kinds of scams, they collect your information as well. If you were to apply here, this would go into, they would have access to all of this, and that's something you want to be aware. And then they'll contact you by cell phone or email. Always be skeptical. And this is the final message. Yeah, a little bit zoomed in. So be aware. Be aware always. And I would like to just redirect you again to the Alcatel tablet. Let's get this. All right. So a couple of other sites that are very helpful that I would like to direct your attention towards. I'm going to google.com. And then here, I will search. Google searches are very helpful. You can see what are the most common senior scams. And these are scams that specifically target seniors, and unfortunately, and very sadly, seniors who are isolated. So be aware. And I'm scrolling down, sorry, nonchalantly. And here, if you'd click on this link with me, brookdale.com, 12 common senior scams and how to avoid them. So it's loading the page. You can look through this information. It's very helpful. Again, Medicare scams. Right now that we're in a pandemic, Medicare scams are very rampant. Tax fraud, identity theft, funeral scams. You can scroll and read these. If you want to bookmark this page and come back to it whenever you want to, you would click on these three dots, tap with your finger. There's some options. You would go to, oh, hold on. The star is blanked out. But if you go to bookmarks, there are partner bookmarks. I believe on this tablet, if you're signed into your actual account, if you have another Google account besides the Kupuna Smart account, the star should be available to you. So you'll be able to tap on that star. And then to come back to this page whenever you'd like to, you would go to the bookmarks tab, and you'd be able to see either in a folder, there might be a folder containing all of your websites that you bookmarked, and you can come back to it whenever you'd like. And again, about, I want to show you there are some site settings in Google Chrome. So I went to settings right here. Oh, let me go back. And if you scroll down with me, there's site settings. If you're experiencing a lot of ads or pop-ups when you're surfing the web, you can always check these options. Make sure that You might not have access to this option. This is an administrator option, but the ads you will have access to. Make sure that it is gray, that it's turned off, and that'll block ads on sites that show intrusive or misleading ads. So that's one way you can protect your privacy. Another way is, if you notice there are a lot of ads that you're like, how do they know that about me? You know, you might be looking at something online, shopping, or a news article, and then if you go to Google and scroll down, you might notice that, sorry for that misspelling, google.com. There will be a list of articles underneath the search bar that probably pertain to what you've last been searching. If you're uncomfortable with this kind of spying, I mean, it's not malicious. It's just so that they know what content to advertise to you that's relevant to your likes. So in a sense, it's kind of nice. But if you ever take an issue with it, you can always go to these three dots, and you'll see New Incognito tab. This will make sure that nothing is saved and that there's none of this tracking, so you won't experience. So if you go to google.com, it should be clean or ads that aren't specific to you. And you can browse here and know that you're for the most part not being tracked. That's a secure way of browsing. Again, to make sure a website is secure, you always check at the top. So a site I used to like to go to is imdb.com. Let's check if it's secure. And then even in incognito mode, you'll still see the secure lock over the website. And that means it's a secure site to look at. So let's see. So about phone calls, a great way, if you have mobile phone numbers or even a landline, a great way to guard yourself against phone scams is you go to google.com, and there's a service called the Do Not Call Registry. And happy St. Patrick's Day. I know when this airs, it won't be St. Patrick's Day. But let's go to the Do Not Call Registry. So I'm erasing this. So do not call registry. This is a great resource to use. This is the official site, donotcall.gov, National Do Not Call Registry. So here's the National Do Not Call Registry. You can register your home or mobile phone for free. So let's tap on the blue words. And here's how you do it. If you're unsure, you're registered. So if you're registering for the first time, you tap on register here. And here, you can enter up to 3 phone numbers and your email address. So phone number 1, you can enter in your phone number and your email address and hit submit. And then it would help guide you through it. There's 3 steps. I believe they're, for the most part, pretty easy to follow. I'm guessing that the next step might send something to your email, and you'd have to go into your email and search for a specific email sent by this service to verify that you're connected to that phone number. And then that's how they'll verify that it's yours. Now, with the Do Not Call Registry, they will only block official telemarketing services. So if services aren't registered under the registry, they're likely scammers. So, if someone's posing as a telemarketer, offering you something, a service, and your number is on the Do Not Call Registry list, then they're very likely a scammer. So just hang up right away. That's why it's very useful. Registering your number there and getting a call that's telemarketing-like, just hang up right away. So if by some unfortunate, if you have lost valuable information or money due to scams, I also do want to direct you to a place you can go for the next steps. And that service is identitytheft.gov. So let's just type identity theft. And there's a lot of sites you might not want to click on. If you look to the side, you can see that they're ads. Advertised sites aren't always the best sites to visit. It's better to scroll past them. Sometimes they might be, but these are the most popular sites that aren't advertised. Identitytheft.gov. So this is the official site for recovery steps if your information was stolen. And it's loading. And here we go. So get started, report identity theft, and get a recovery plan. And here you can say which statement best describes your situation. This is pertaining to specifically identity theft. I believe there is another page. So here, tell us what happened, get a recovery plan, put your plan into action. Or you can browse a complete list of possible recovery steps. So if you tap on that with me. So what to do right away? Tax, medical, or child identity theft. You can view, there's plus buttons, and they will expand and inform you of what to do, the next steps. Or you can just use their service, which is the easiest for identity theft. And let's see, if you ever want to get back into your downloads, let me just show you very quickly how to get there. So you'd slide your finger up and you go into downloads. And here we have two resources. We have one downloaded previously, and we have the seniors guide that we downloaded earlier. And if you tap on that, it will load with Adobe Acrobat or with another PDF reader. It might prompt you to load, it asks you which app you'd like to open it with. You just tap on the top app. But here we are again on the last part we visited, dealing with Medicare, Social Security, and IRS. Again, all official information for Medicare, SSA, and IRS, you would go to these three sites, medicare.gov, ssa.gov, and irs.gov. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you found all of this information helpful. I hope you'll store those websites that I showed you into your bookmarks. If your star is grayed out for whatever reason, like mine was, please give our helpline a call, and they'll work through it with you. So I wish you all a very happy day, and I'll see you next week. Mahalo.
This is the University of Hawaii Maui College, the college on Maui.